I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
And then brings all the amplifiers to power, and it shoots off in that direction. It doesn't fly as it would in the science fiction movies. It flies with the belly, the bottom forward.
But it seemed like there were like 4 tubes, and there were a couple that are on my legs, and they unraveled and went. Somebody else was telling me the story, and I did not.
Right.
But it happened.
In meetings, I'd raise my hand. I say, "What's up?" They would be like, "What's up, senior?" I say, "Hey, we got a safety of flight issue here off the coast." And when I tried to describe what happened, I literally got laughed at, and that hurt, brother. And not only the people who weren't laughing were looking down their nose hard at me like I'd been smoking something. I got so frustrated, man. I was like, you know what? I tried my best to raise the issue of safety flight. If no one else cares about it, then nothing I can do.
Terminator shit that he has. He has everything.
Yeah. Dad's been really excited about it.
You got, I don't know if it's the weed or conversations you got the mic on. Have lifelong careers, or, it seems to me, and I don't want to take this in a weird way, but a lot of people I know that were in the military and then get out, they have this fascination with, UFOs, UAP sightings, or things that are otherworldly, let's call it.
Tom's got the video of it. My phone started doing the exact same stuff that it was doing previous, but they didn't show it.
Does that freak you out at all?
Yeah, not so much.
Of the night. So we started backtracking our tracks from that night, and we found those prints, wolf prints, behind our tracks. So this thing was following us the whole night, and we didn't see it.
What?
I did not visually see it, but the dogs picked up on it, and once again, I'm trying to be logical here. I mean, that does happen where you're not going to see these predators unless they want you to be seen, So
Yeah.
Something's stalking us. So I remember we're walking around the bend, which is now called the triangle, but back then we just called it the bend. And the other officer says, "Chris, stop! I hear something." I said, "What?" And as I'm turning around, the clouds go over the moon, and everything got like dark. And when it got dark, it felt like the whole frequency and energy just dropped, like I was walking through water. It was bizarre. It was so weird. The atmosphere felt like I was walking in water almost, like it felt like slow motion. And out of the ditch, we hear this god-awful guttural howl growl come out of the ditch. And at the same time, this large canine, I say wolf, about the size of a deer or a donkey, jumps out of the ravine, black, lands on the road, and travels west.
They never spent a minute of their life during what we called
to be. I said, it's going to be okay now. And I felt a reprieve from the pressure on my body. Knowing he was feeling the same, or thinking he was feeling the same, I don't know, because he wasn't speaking. And as this tunnel vision got smaller on me, and I thought, well, I guess, I don't really know this. I guess I'm going to black out, and I didn't know why. And I was so afraid to look to my right, and I sensed something. I was literally, here I'm holding on to a gun, you know, fully automatic weapon, a real automatic weapon.
Right.
With plenty of ammunition. Knowing I would never use it, whatever this was. But you don't know whether to run from it or mess yourself. And you might do all three of those things if you weren't some kind of emotionally controlled, you know? And I saw these 4 figures, maybe less than 20 feet away from me, approaching me. And there's 4 total. There's 3 small ones.
Tell me a little bit more about your UFO sighting and your encounter.
Down in Costa Rica, and it was this town, I think it was called Monteverde. It was up in the mountains.
Mount Verde?
And I'm walking back up with my parents after like a few hours down in the town. And all of a sudden, we all kind of just stopped at once. It was weird. It was like we felt it before we saw it.
Okay. What was the atmosphere like? Air quality?
Oh, clear night. Perfectly clear night.
Clear night.
I mean, there might have been, well, it's a cloud forest, so there was fog.
Did it
all around,
feel heavy at all?
Level, but the sky was,
Did you feel, was the atmosphere heavier?
I didn't say that. It was more just like, you kind of got like, it's a weird feeling. I felt the first seconds. And then we all just kind of like looked at each other and we're like, oh, it's right there. And it was this giant triangle over the tree. It was like these red and green lights, right? And it was like a perfect triangle of the tree line. It's right up against the horizon.
Okay.
Right? And it's just there, floating there.
How can you see that it's a triangle from...
It's the points are lit up.
She recently just had a trespasser, and his name was Stephen Greenstreet.
Oh.
No. Yeah.
I knew you were going to bring
Yeah. Yeah. You recently just had a trespasser. His name
Oh,
was
Ty,
Stephen
that was smooth, dude. That segue was that's icy smooth.
Greenstreet.
I know. I love Fred to talk to me about.
I love it.
I know all about it.
Because him and I, we feud. We don't see eye to eye necessarily.
It's like Drago and Rocky.